For the next 7.5 months, I was trained for only one thing, and that was to kill. Nothing else. Nothing else. There was absolutely no other training. We would never mention nothing about the rights of people. Never. And 7.5 months later, I was sent to Vietnam. Now, Vietnam taught me a lot of things. Taught me about the fragility of life. Taught me how much we violated the dignity of the Vietnamese people. We were told, in wherever it was, but the media and the government were saying that we were going to Vietnam to bring freedom and democracy to the Vietnamese people. The same thing that General Nelson Miles told Puerto Ricans in 1898 when he arrived in Puerto Rico with a troop and occupied Puerto Rico militarily, and from that moment on made Puerto Rico a colony. There's also this interesting, General Nelson Miles 2 years before that had told Geronimo and the Apaches that the U.S. government was providing them with land. Their land now is Israel. They've been provided land, and that the Native Americans will be enjoying, the Apaches will be enjoying the American way of life and freedom and democracy. I don't think that to this day Native Americans have enjoyed anything like that, but that's a different story. So we have a situation. We have a situation that coming from a Vietnam veteran, coming from a person, I think I know a little bit about what it is that if we're going to do anything about it in this world, and I think that a better and more just world is possible. But we have to dare to struggle to make it possible. We don't need hatred, we don't need violence. Again, it has to be a love, not a love for the eye, but a love for the other, a love for the planet, a love for everything that makes life possible, for the water, the air. Because if we contaminate the air, whatever we do to the land, whatever we do to the air, to the water, we are killing it. We are destroying it. We're not making this a better and more just world. Puerto Rico, an independent Puerto Rico, and people say, well, Puerto Rico cannot be independent. We have been told that over and over and over in the process of being colonized. As a matter of fact, when I entered school, I was told that Puerto Rico was too small. And this is the school system. Puerto Rico is too small to be independent. That we cannot be an independent nation. That we needed the U.S. to tell us how to live and everything else, because we didn't even know how to live. As a matter of fact, in 1893, when just at the time that the United States was putting its eyes on Puerto Rico, according to the definition of what Puerto Ricans were, we were declared a mongrel race, very lazy and worthless. And they offered Spain $30 million in Puerto Rico, just like if Puerto Rico was a piece of real estate, and the humans who resided there were commodities, because you buy I guess those. So Puerto Rico was commodified, and by 1893, Washington was already talking about the commodification of Puerto Rico, and that hasn't changed at all. So, getting back to the point that I'm trying to make is that we have to struggle to decolonize Puerto Rico. We need to decolonize Puerto Rico, and if anything that has happened besides the colonization of Puerto Rico is that the 20th of September we were hit by a massive hurricane that has created a very, very, very difficult for Puerto Ricans to really live in dignity, to really have quality of life, to be humans, to live as human beings should live. So basically what we're asking for is for people to put their hearts and their minds into this whole thing of decolonization, the whole thing of the necessity to decolonize. It's not only Puerto Rico, but I'm asking for Puerto Rico because, again, that's my mission. But decolonization, the decolonization of Puerto Rico is needed. And I believe that Puerto Rico can be a self-sufficient nation. If Puerto Rico is decolonized, we have access to 12 miles of water, the Atlantic on the north, the Caribbean on the south. And in that water, from that water, we can create could be an element to be used as a source of energy, renewable energy. We can develop a fishing industry. We had a lot of fishermen in Puerto Rico many years ago, 40 years ago. When I was growing up, there were a lot of people fishing, and they lived as fishing. From fishing, they had at least a good income to survive with. But that industry went out of the, with like everything else, because we cannot have the tools that make today's fishing possible. It's very expensive for a fisherman. He or she do not have the money to buy the equipment. But if we have the 12 miles, then we have access. That will be our water. And in that water, we can develop ecotourism. Puerto Rico is beautiful. Puerto Rico is a place that people can enjoy beauty. And in that, we can, besides using it for energy, we can use it to create a fishing industry, to promote ecotourism here. And we can make it be a source where we can start lifting ourselves up economically. If Puerto Rico is an independent and decolonized country, the clause that came with the Jones Act will be eliminated. Puerto Rico spends over $4 billion a year paying for things that are brought into Puerto Rico. Because the clause that comes with the Jones Act, with the 1917 law, is that anything that is sent to Puerto Rico, anything that is going to be shipped to Puerto Rico, will have to go to Florida first. So if Puerto Ricans buy anything in Costa Rica, we cannot get it from Costa Rica to Puerto Rico, or from Venezuela to Puerto Rico, or from even from the Dominican Republic that's only 40 miles away. We cannot get it from the Dominican Republic. We'll have to go to Florida and then to Puerto Rico. And that adds a tremendous amount of money to the cost. Puerto Rico, the cost of living in Puerto Rico is higher than the cost of living in the United States. So automatically there will be money that will be left in our coffers. We have sun in Puerto Rico, enough sun to make Puerto Rico independent from hydrocarbons and coal, because the sun power we will use to bring energy to Puerto Rico. And it's renewable energy. We will not be polluting like we do with the petroleum, we do with the charcoal, with the coal. So those are things that I'm just pointing out how we can become an independent country, how we can be self-sufficient, where we will not need to be dependent on anyone. But what we need most is the help to decolonize Puerto Rico. And we will be taking our case before the United Nations, because the United Nations has the responsibility to deal with the issue of colonialism. And in 1954, in a very farcical way, the United States was able to get Puerto Rico out of the list of colonized countries Because every year the United States, up to 1954, the United States had to report to the United Nations about what it was doing to decolonize Puerto Rico, to make Puerto Rico. Decolonizing meant that the United States had to get out of Puerto Rico. But they manipulated it, and they created a farcical thing. You know, it was called Estado Libre Asociado de Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico became a free associated state. No such thing. There is no such thing, but that's what they called it. And that's how they said, oh, Puerto Ricans now have exercised their right to self-determination. But how can it be that in 2016, the Congress of the United States finally admitted that it had the power, not only to control Puerto Rico, to do everything that it's still doing in Puerto Rico, but also has the power to sell Puerto Rico. So we can still be commodified as human beings. We can be sold. So those are the things that I'm sharing with you, and we're trying to anyone who wants to help us to rebuild with what damages Maria blessed us with. There are people, we welcome people to help us. So those are the things that I bring to you and share with you, and hopefully, that at least we come out of here with an idea of what colonialism is, and not forgetting that colonialism is a crime against humanity. Thank you very much.